All right, guys. Wednesday. It's there. Just there's clouds in the way, but I want you to see this come through the clouds. Wednesday, July 13th, around 6:47 a.m. There's a lot of clouds. Let me get back out. I'm dealing with clouds now, guys. It's there. I'm just dealing with clouds here in the way. There it is. I was just trying to catch it. But it's not as clear right now because there's a thick layer of clouds in front of the sun, but I just want to catch it before I finish up my cycling. And look at that. See the way it's coming up behind the cloud, the object on the left of the sun. Now, what's happening, guys, as I said, it's actually way out in space. It's actually behind. A lot of people keep thinking it's beside. No, it's way behind the sun. The sunlight creates what is called a refraction. Now, because this object is basically 10 times the size of Earth, around 4 times the size of Jupiter, it's having a downward motion into our solar system. It's coming down at an angle. I would say at anywhere between 35 to 45 degree angle, because what's going on, our solar system is interacting with a binary star system with 7 planets, 4 moons. It's a cyclical cycle every 3,600 years. I talk a lot about it in this video. Great place to get more information on this, how I've got informed, is through Sumerian history, guys. Get books that talk about Sumerian history. A great author you could actually get into is Zechariah Stitchin. He have a great book called The 12th Planet. This is the 12th planet. People know this planet as Planet X, Wormwood, Nibiru, you name it, Destroyer. They call it, yeah, you have Nemesis. You got so many names. The Hopi Indians at one point were saying the red Kachina, the black Kachina, and a lot of people keep saying, oh, no, that's, when you got a video of it, red or blue, it's the same planet, guys. It's nothing different. What's going on is just the light, is the way the sunlight is hitting it, okay? I'm not 100% sure. I think when you see it at blue, that means Earth is not that far away. When it's at red, Earth is at its furthest point away from the planet where you can actually see it. When it's blue, Earth is at the closest point where you can actually see it. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say to you, because of the what's going on with the sunlight. So the Hopi Indian, in a way, they didn't know what was really going on, but they were documenting what was going on. So at one point they will see it red, at one point they will see it blue, and they call it red Kachina and the blue Kachina. It's not 2 different planets, because I've had people say, oh, what about the red Kachina and the blue Kachina? This is it right here. What's going on again, guys, is because of the light, the way the light is hitting the planet, and the distance we are away from it, and the angle we are looking at the planet. So it creates these light images. Sometimes you might see the planet red, sometimes you might see blue. And I've seen both, okay? It all depends on certain time of the year. You get to see it at certain different colors. So I've seen that before, and I've known for myself, okay, I'm looking at the same thing, but the color change. So because I've used ancient knowledge now, because they've seen it before me. They weren't truly knowledgeable of what was going on. What they were doing, folks, was documenting what was going on. So what I did, I'm seeing it for myself. I'm showing it to you guys. So, but also went to ancient culture. I've digged into their information, their knowledge base, and they're not wrong. So what I did is just use critical thinking to realize what was going on, and by seeing it for myself, and they are not wrong. The Hopi Indians are not wrong. The Sumerians are not wrong. The Egyptians that wrote the Colburn Bible that talks about this. It's also another great book you could actually get into. They're not wrong. They're right. And as I said before in my last video, guys, the Egyptians were actually Sumerians who actually lived, back then it was Mesopotamia. These were Sumerians leaving out of Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia is actually over there in Afghanistan and Iraq. That's the cradle of civilization, guys. I hope you guys know that. The first humans were actually created in Afghanistan and Iraq. But back then, in ancient times, that area of the world was called Mesopotamia. Now, a lot of these Sumerians, they just away into Egypt. also unsettled. And keep in mind, and I know a lot of people are thinking, oh yeah, the Egyptians used slaves to build the pyramids. That didn't happen, folks. They didn't build nothing. The pyramid wasn't built. There's a difference between being built and being discovered by a group of people. The pyramid was discovered, okay? Now, and I'm also going to jump to another one. I do believe the people that build the pyramid, or the beings that build the pyramid, keep in mind humans, we're also beings, we're just in a different vibration than certain beings. I do believe they're from this planet. Yep, I do believe that. So pyramid also is tied to what you're looking at in this footage. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh my God, that is like the craziest thing I've ever heard. Well, I'm sticking to it, guys. Been called crazy so many times. I really don't care, actually. It's one of the best compliments people can give me. People are like, hey, you're crazy. Man, thank you so much. You have any idea how much that means to me, that you're calling me crazy? Because not a lot of people get called crazy. No. And I don't have a herd mentality. I don't. I research, I see truth, I call it for what it is. But unfortunately, in this case, truth is creating what is called cognitive dissonance, because this is not common knowledge. We're not brought up on this. So a guy like me coming along and showing you this, you'd be like, holy cow, I've never heard about this. All of a sudden, but I'm not lying to you, it's right there. I'm not the only person I know about this, but it's not common knowledge. It's not something you're going to see around the corner. It's not going to be, you're not going to meet people that know about this. They're not around every corner. They're like one in every, how many people are on Earth? Let's just say 8 billion people. I think the people that are extremely knowledgeable on this, for me, honestly, one in every 100 million, maybe something like that. So there are a lot of them out there, but I've heard people try to talk about this, but they have no idea what they're saying. Nothing. I'm not saying I am completely right, but what I'm trying to say to you, I'm giving you reference where I get my information from, okay? I'm calling these books. A lot of people don't know about the Colburn Bible. I have a copy of the Colburn Bible. I have the copy of the Douai Bible. I know where in Jeremiah in the Old Testament I talk about this. I know where in Revelation I talk about this. I've dabbled in Sumerian history, the book of the 12 planets, Zechariah Sitchin. So what I'm trying to say to you guys, I'm bringing up these references. This is where I went to get my knowledge. And also, not only that, by doing things on my own. For example, recording this. Seeing it in blue, also seeing it in red. Also show me what the Hopi were seeing was actually true. They were seeing the same thing that I'm seeing. It's just they didn't understand truly what was going on. So all I did to their knowledge is extend on their knowledge. I didn't say they were wrong. I just realized exactly what was going on. It's the same planet. It's just that when it's red, I think we are further away from it. When it's blue, we're at the closest point to the planet. We're the closest to the planet. And it's a light refraction that's going on. Keep in mind here, the word that I use carefully, I did not say reflection. It's some form of light refraction. Photographers know what I'm talking about when I use this word, by the way. All right? So, I just want to share that with you guys. Guys, once again, I'm not here to scare people. I'm not here to fearmonger. All I'm here to do is give you truth. That's it. It's that simple. All right. Ciao.